Today I have a Oris TT1. This is a watch that you don't see every day on everyone's wrist, and merely because of the fact that Oris Aquis as the showstopper from Oris brand, and everyone goes for the Big Brother dive watch. And this is like a sports timepiece, IWC engineer looking, they just functioning watch from Oris. That's one of the cheapest in their range in their catalog. And if you are looking at the used market on eBay, on Chrono, I'm looking at them at the time of making this video, of course, around $800 mark, and on eBay you can get them anywhere from 600 to, I don't know, $700. If you're lucky, you can get it maybe even cheaper, but it all depends on the condition and price. And this is Oris for everyday wearing. If you don't want to have a chunky monkey dive watch, this is Oris like a Datejust. If you have a black dial Datejust, you wear it every day and it just works for every occasion, from the dressing it up on the shirt to dressing it down. Just a overall sporty watch that's not a dress watch but looks like a dress watch. It's very shiny, has a AR coating here. You can see it's anti-reflective coating, looks great. Very shiny, very casual, sporty, just sporty like a Nautilus, like a IWC engineer, like a Datejust, but it's not a classic dress watch like manual wound Calatravas and whatnot. This one is 100-meter water resistant, and it does not have a screw down crown, but it wears beautiful on the wrist. It has 42 mils across the lugs, across the diameter, and the lug to lug size is 49 mils, and it wears beautiful. My wrist is 18.5 centimeters. That's 7 and a, I don't know how much inches you converted. I always have to convert inches to centimeters, so you're stuck with me, guys, here. Yeah, it wears nice. The lugs, like on most Oris watches, they're dropping down, so it wears beautiful on lots of wrists. And the thickness is not huge as well. It's just over 12 millimeters thickness, maybe 12.1, 2. That's it. And yeah, and the crown is 7 millimeters, so that adds up a little bit. Crown is crisp and sharp and easy to turn, easy to operate with. And the bracelet here, which is partly polished and inside links are brushed, are the here on this here part is 24 mils, and it tapers down to the 18 centimeters. So beautiful taper. Well, speaking of taper, and here we have a nice clasp. Oris does make good clasp compared to Longines, they're a bit better. And yeah, this is a dressy, nothing fancy. On the case back, also let me just show you a little bit more of a bracelet. You can see it's very shiny. It's a nice combination of mirror polish and brushed finish. I like both. I don't like the entire mirror polish because it's a bitch to live with. It collects scratches, but it looks nice, and I appreciate the effort that goes into mirror polishing as opposed to brushing. Everyone can brush it. Even I can do it, but mirror polish, you need a little bit more elbow grease to that. So yeah, wonderful little piece, and I just want to show you the close up a little bit here. And Oris is a brand that's positioned somewhere alongside the lines of Longines, Maurice Lacroix, Zinn, and many other mid-tier watch brands. And this is not a luxury watch brand, if you ask me. This is like an entry-level luxury watch brand. It's not it's not luxury per se for me. And in this price point, there's a lots of choices and lots of options. So I do recommend buying this on the second-hand market, on the used market. And if you snatch this one for $600, $700, then you got yourself a great watch. Another great series is Oris TT1, which I also reviewed back in the days. I used to own it, and I think Oris TT1 is a bit nicer, but this one is a bit more sporty. It has this blue second hand that has white tipped at the top, and the loom here is okay, but it's not like a dive watch loom, but it gets the job done. It glows in the dark. It's super luminova, and there's a little bit of a black paint here on the bottom. Very interesting hands. And yeah, the dial is also layered, and you can see a structure to the dial. There's a lot of reflection going on with this one, and I don't have the lighting here too. But you can see the structure to the dial. There are little steps here, recessed dials, and overall nice watch. It has a day date, black plate with the white. And usually with the day date watches with the black background, they are not really visible, but this one is. So great little watch, wears beautiful on the wrist, very comfortable, great everyday driver, great everyday beater, and just overall one watch maybe not be as cool as the Oris Aquas, because watches do have to have that cool X factor, and I think this one lacks a bit of an X factor. It's just a good watch with the solid movement. I forgot to mention the movement. Here we have the Oris movement, which is 733. And if you Google a bit around, and if you know a little bit more about watches, you will notice that this is just like in any other Oris. This is Salita SW200/1. It has just like in most of the watches, but they put a red rotor on it and nothing else. It's basically out of the shelf movement, from what I can see. Maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong, but out of the shelf Salida movement, great movement. It's alternative to ETA 2824, and it has a 38 hours power reserve, 26 joules, and yeah, it's a pretty accurate and solid movement that many high-end brands, higher brands than Oris, are using right now, because the ETA supply for day movements has been stopped. So yeah, overall great little watch. I'm not gonna bore you too much with it, and that's it. I'm EDC Gunner, and if you like watches, stick around, subscribe, and tell me, what do you think? Do you own Oris TT1? And if you do, please share your thoughts and experiences down below. See you guys.